Are you happy that the conveyor belt, I'll use that phrase, of people coming through at under 20 level is sufficiently strong to feed into the provincial teams and to see people coming through to play at the top international level? I guess the name of Joey Carberry is one that's been thrown about there for the last while.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of work has been done in the last 18 months, building the whole talent pathway structures. Our focus is on that under 16 to under 20 age group as a level to be able to identify players around that 15 years of age and then bring them into a system and to be able to bring them through. We hired the 4 provincial talent coaches earlier in the year, so we've got added resources now working hard down in that area that connect into the academies around identifying and then developing talent and bringing it through. The under 20s is the, I suppose, end point of that phase. So by the time they get into that under 20 age group, they have a great playing program to showcase themselves in with the Six Nations and the Junior World Cup. The performances this year, I mean, the Junior World Cup was obviously a great success. We didn't quite go all the way, but again, now to have our under 20s rolling New Zealand in that competition, that's important to build that belief around being able to beat the bigger teams in the world. Excuse me. The talent that's coming through there, we may not always have the best team, but as long as we're identifying and developing the best individuals within those teams each year so that we can get the best players then moving through into the provinces. The talent pathway is as good as how we connect with the provincial teams, because we can invest in talent development, but obviously playing the game at a high level is the finishing school of what we do. We're starting to get that connectivity now between the pathway and the work that goes on with our development coaches, and you can see the work that they're doing now is being reflected in how well prepared those players are when they're getting their opportunities within the provincial setup. So we've got coaches in the provinces now willing and confident to be able to play these young boys who have been well coached and well prepared. And with the experience that they're getting there now, the whole thing starts to connect up. So, we're far from the finished product, but I think that the foundations are in place to be able to keep, developing good young Irish players.
I mean, how important is it that players get proper and substantial game time into their system to help them in their growth, obviously, because the more of that they get, the better they can contribute.
Yeah. We look at, we sit down with the academy coaches each year and we look at developing a playing plan for the players. We look at where they're at and what stage of their development they're at, and then that connects up to the volume or amount of game time we're looking for them at different levels of the game. So it might be AIL, it might be BNI Cup. We've now got the added advantage of sevens. So we've now got the ability to expose players to high levels of international rugby using the sevens program, as well as the BNI Cup and the AIL, and then obviously provincial Pro 12 rugby. The more avenues we have, the more flexibility we've got to be able to give more players playing time opportunities at the highest level is really important to us, and that we get the balance of that right and the timing of what they should be exposed to right.